Hey everybody, figured today I'm just going to do a simple little video on my pack loadout. What I carry, why I carry it, a little bit on the weight factor, a little bit on the prices, stuff like that. I do carry a 2-quart canteen, military style canteen. Love these things. In the summertime, get the bag nice and wet, keeps your water nice and cool. 2-quart collapsible, which is nice, very handy. I've always used one of these. Does have a little pouch on the front if you want to carry purification tablets or something like that. I don't. I use a filter. I don't carry it in my pack or on my pack. I usually just throw it over my shoulder. Outside of that, I do carry a smart water bottle. These things are great for everything from gathering water, just to have, you know, with the sport cap on them. Great for drinking. Filter screws right on top, which is nice too. Sometimes I carry a trekking pole, sometimes I don't. Well, the canteen cost me $13 for both pieces. Trekking pole, $14. It's a twist lock. Works good. I don't use it for, if I really want to worry about hard terrain, I'll bring my walking stick, thank you. But I put a new tip on it when I got it. It was brand new, I just didn't like the tip. My pack is a Trekker 60. So it's a little 60-liter pack. Looks like something's sticking out of there. Kind of big for this loadout. The pack itself weighs 15 pounds loaded. There is food in here, there is fuel in here, base weight, whatever. I think I'm down around 13 or 14 pounds base weight. It does have bags on the hip belt, which I do enjoy. In this bag, I carry a luxury item. My luxury item is a Imperial Duncan yo-yo. I suck with yo-yos, but I still love to play with it when I'm out in the woods, bored or not doing much else. On the other side is the same pouch, and I carry a Leatherman. For the most part, the only thing I use on the Leatherman is the can opener. It does have, you know, nail file, awl, screwdriver, as you can see there, nail file, awl, screwdriver, Phillips screwdriver, and a can opener. I use the can opener a lot when I bring cans. It's great to have a can opener. It's got a really nice knife, another type of awl, and a couple of flathead screwdrivers, which I don't use much. The pliers, very handy. Not great at pulling slivers or anything like that. They're not quite to that point, but I have fingernail clippers in my ditty bag just for that kind of thing. The backpack itself does come with a safety whistle. I don't like it. I don't like the fact that it's super bright colors either. I'm not really into bright colors. The top pouch on the pack, which I know everybody's got these, I carry a headlamp. A cheapie I bought many years ago. Works great. It's a 3-way light. I've used it. I'm an old carpenter. I've 35 years of carpentry, and a lot of times you need a headlamp, and I've always carried that one. Also in here I carry a bag with some carabiners and cordage. Mostly this is my ridge line for throwing up my tarp or my hammock setup, stuff like that. And in the bottom I have guy lines and stuff like that for my hammock. I also carry an extra spool of cordage. This cost me like $3 down at the local store. I like the stuff. I don't know what it is or what it's called. I never really paid attention. The knots hold tight with this. I mean, it's solid as far as that goes. And then the last thing in here is tent stakes. I probably carry way more than I need. I probably got 15 or 20 of them in here. They're all the aluminum tri-stake. And this one actually is one I found on a camping trip, which, you know, just flies right into the bag. But I carry enough to set up a tent, a tarp, or do anything else I really want to. They don't weigh enough for me to really bother about that. You know, I only need like 3, but I carry them all anyway. This backpack does have a lower area that you can access. I don't use it. I just don't use it. I like the top stuffing. In my front sack, the only thing I carry in here is 2 titanium spoons. This spoon I got for $4. This one I got for $8. I bought a 2-pack for $16. Just did it because I lost this one and found it again, of course. So I don't mind. They're titanium. They don't weigh enough to really bother anything about them. And that is it. This pack does have a rain fly. So if it's bad weather, I can throw that over the pack and it will stay dry. Which is a pretty good bonus for, I think I got this listed at $47 for the backpack. Which for the abuse I've done to it and not had an issue, I think that was a great price. I am a cheap person. I like to buy everything cheap. If that cheap product fails me, I'll step it up a little bit and buy a little more expensive product. But if that cheap one keeps going, I just keep going with it. The Leatherman I've had for many years. If you tell by the case, it's been abused. It's been in my camping gear since I was like 20. I'm way older than that now. I do carry a food bag, which can hold a lot of food. Right now it only has overnight trip, so it's got a breakfast, lunch, and dinner in it. Very nice. I like dried, dehydrated foods, so I got some top ramen for a snack in there. I've got some Spanish rice in there, Noel's Spanish rice. Love that stuff. Oatmeal, tea. I drink tea. I don't drink coffee much. Sometimes I bring that coffee anyway, 'cause sometimes you need the kick. Also in here is my clothes bag, which all this is a pair of wool jammy pants and a pair of wool socks. For those of you who don't know, if you don't change your socks at night, you have a chance of your feet being cold later on. And I could actually fit, you know, spare shirts, maybe in a pair of pants in here if I had to. But usually I just use the clothes I'm wearing. I find that just as efficient. You know, it doesn't really matter. If you're going on a 7 or 8 day trip, who's going to really care? You're going to stink and you're going to be dirty. Simple as that. I do carry a Gold Armor mess kit. This mess kit, total was $24. Came with a whole bunch of stuff in it. I don't use a whole lot of this stuff. I do like a little frying pan for eating out of. Sometimes I'll eat out of the same pan I cook with. Sometimes I don't. If I'm making eggs, this thing's great. Inside the pan, I carry a stand for the fuel, which it just folds out. It's a tri-leg, so it's very stable and it helps a lot. I do carry a stove, and it's a little tiny thing. Doesn't even have a brand on it. Came with the kit. It works great. I boil a couple cups of water in 2 minutes without an issue. So I don't see problems with the cheap stuff. It has a self-igniter on it. Ouch, got me good there. And it has not failed me yet, but I do carry a lighter just in case I have to light the thing. The kit came with a pretty cool little spatula which fits in the container, so it's something I do keep in it. I do carry a small loofah. This thing doesn't weigh anything and it's great for cleaning. Great cleaning the pans up and such. I do carry a small spice kit. I do like flavor with my food. They're just little containers. This one's actually got garlic powder in it. I think I got chili powder, garlic powder, cayenne pepper, black pepper, salt, some taco seasoning, which is very handy. Sometimes I'll switch out depending on what I feel like. Also in here I carry a folded up chunk of aluminum foil. This stuff, many different uses. So I recommend everybody carry one. If I need a windscreen, I can make one out of that. If I just need to bake a potato, hey, I got some foil right there to bake a potato with. And all this fits nice and comfy right inside. Oops, get the right direction here. Right inside. These, if you don't use a fuel stove, let me see here. Grab that out. I also carry a cup, a separate cup for drinking out of. These little stands are great. They stabilize this little stove so much better. You don't have to worry about them wobbling around or getting a really flat spot because of the 3 legs. Of course, it just sits right in there, not a problem. I do like the Gold Armor products. So far I haven't had any I didn't like. They're very cheap. They say this whole kit was $24 for this whole kit, which came with plastic cups, a soup ladle, and a bunch of stuff I just don't use or need. Very happy with it. It does weigh a little bit. The cup itself I got for like $4. It's aluminum. Fuel, I can find these locally. I think this one's priced at $3.99 for this little canister. And I can get 4 to 5 days of all kinds of cooking out of that canister. Alright, well, next up would be my tarp. This is a 10 by 10. It's not in its original bag. It would not fit back in its original bag without folding it super tight, and I don't do that. I like to just stuff stuff. So I got a whole set of bags. I got the blue one, I got this one, and I also have a small ditty bag, an orange one here. This 10 by 10 tarp has worked great for me so far. The tie outs, $32 I paid for it. I don't remember the brand name, but it's been excellent. I mean, it's big enough to do my hammock. It's big enough for me to set up over my tent and have a porch, which I don't, like being trapped in my tent. When, you're out camping and the weather's miserable, do you want to just lay down in your tent the whole time? I'm not one of those. Or do you want to sit in your hammock the whole time? No, I'm not one of those. I want to sit outside. And I do not bring my mug, but I do fill it with beer when I got it. That'll wet your whistle. Alright, next is the ditty bag. Which, like I said, I got these 3 bags on Amazon for like $4 or $5. They're really light, really thin material, sturdy so far, so I'm quite happy with that. The ditty bag contains Sawyer gathering bag, the Sawyer filter, do it this way so you can actually read it, the old sunglasses bag, works great. Put it in with the open end down and it keeps it clean, dry. The Sawyer, one of the best things about the Sawyer I like is I can unscrew the cap, screw the Sawyer right on there, and carry this with dirty water in it, carry it right in my pack if I wanted to. I don't normally. I like to use the gathering bag, and that's the only thing that gets dirty. But those things are small, they're a pain. It takes me about 5-10 minutes to fill my canteen and my bottle with this little bag. So sometimes it's okay when you got time. If you're in a rush, you shouldn't be out in the woods. I love this thing. It works great. Toilet paper. And if you've never seen toilet paper tabs, this is a sheet. I think they're 12 by 12. You just add a couple drops of water, this thing explodes. It's quite nice. And maybe one of these days on one of my videos I'll do a demo on that. But yeah, look into these. They're light, compact. I think they come in packs of 10. Very handy. Quite easy to use too. Spare Bic lighter, because you need a fire. You want to make sure you have a fire. I got the little mini Bic in my cook kit. I do carry a neck knife. It has a cinch buckle on the top, so I can adjust it around my neck exactly where I want it. It is an open L. I use this mostly for preparing foods, because I always carry a knife on my hip. That's never an issue. Works good. I made a nice little sheath for it, so it's easier to carry. When I'm in camp, I wear it around my neck. Carry 2 bandanas, one for filtering muddy water and one for just about anything else. They're both cotton. I suggest anybody out there always carry at least 1 cotton bandana. I have 2 in my kit, and I always have 1 in my back pocket. I also carry a notepad with a small pencil, You get thoughts in your head, you just don't know. You know, oh, I could have used this time. You write it down. Or you have something you want to pops into your head, you want to look it up. Write it down. Not having this, you don't remember. So that's always a good thing to have. Small little medical kit, band-aids, alcohol wipes. In here I do have a very small Swiss Army. Got the little scissors in it, and those things are just great. It's also got, you know, a knife, a fingernail file, stuff like that. Also carry small clippers, slivers, stuff like that. They're really good for ibuprofen. I'm prone to arthritis and headaches at times. A whistle. I don't like the whistle on my pack, and it's not always, I'm not always having the pack on, but when I'm out walking around, I usually throw this in my pocket, and it works really well. It's a safety whistle. Carmex. Just, you know, your lips get chapped at times. It's nice to have something to treat them. Last thing in my ditty bag is my shovel. I suggest everybody carry a shovel. It's better than using a stick. I like the stainless steel shovel. It's a little hefty, but I can use this to scrape the ground. I can use this to dig fire pits outside of, you know, digging cat holes. It does a great job of that. Very, very handy tool. And that, I think that's it inside the ditty bag. Just throw all this junk back in here. And I just throw it in. I don't have any kind of organization. I end up having to dig to find what I need. You know, I don't have a problem with that. I do keep my filter right on top, though. It's one of those things, you know, you don't want to be digging or reaching for it. I don't like using the exterior bags a lot on my pack, so I just don't. Alright, what are we down to here? I do carry a pillow, a High Sierra. It's worked great for me for a long time. I got a pillow and a mattress at Costco for like 20 bucks. $24, I think. Yeah, it was $24. For my tenting, I'm taking the mattress also. The pillow, even in the hammock, is a great thing. My hammock, it's a Gold Armor, 11'6". I think it's by 70 inches wide. It's a double hammock. It has really nice tree straps. I've had no issues with this thing so far. And I think the last thing in here is just my sleeping bag. Yeah. It's an Echo Pro 50 degree 83 by 30. Weighs 1.6 pounds. This thing, this time of year, is absolutely great. Wintertime, I will switch out to my 15 degree bag, which I got at an auction for $5. It's a really nice bag. It's synthetic, both of them are. Down's just so expensive, and I really don't like the fact that you get down wet and you're done. I mean, it just takes too much to dry a wreck out. This thing does puff up to be a good size. Amazing how thin the,
you know if it's on, because it has audio levels metered on the back.
Right. I do like sleeping bag. I do put my sleeping bag in first. It has buckles on it, so I like to make sure it's on one side of my pack, end to end, so I got soft points. And then normally I just stick my hammock next to it, because if it's really bad and nasty out, first thing I'm putting up is my dang tarp. Ditty bag, I don't need emergency use, but I like to be able to reach it, so it kind of sits in the front of my pack, so I can actually just reach right down in the front no matter what and get to it. Clothes, yeah, need them. You don't want to be stuck without dry socks no matter what you're at. And next to that, I always put my tarp, easy to get to. On the top of my pack, I usually like my mess kit and my food. Because if you're stopping at some point and you just want to make some ramen or a quick snack, you want those kind of handy. The pillow, it falls in this pack wherever it falls in. Always has been that way for me. I think that's it that goes in, yeah. As you can see with this pack, I got tons more room. I'm really thinking about getting a smaller pack. Like I said, the front pouch, my spoons, that's it. The top, steaks, always handy. Ties, cordage, light. You always want to have a light. Side pouches. One side, I just put in my trekking pole. Okay, sometimes I can snap it in. There we go. On the other side, I just carry the extra water bottle. I don't use it very much. Get it in there. There we go. Pull that backer down tight. I said the front pouches. One side's got my yo-yo. The other side carries my Leatherman. Keep Leatherman handy, even though I do carry a knife on me. Overall, that's it. Simple, 15-pound loadout. Probably weighs a little more with the food in there than 15 pounds. I didn't weigh it with the food. I know 2 quarts of water weighs a bit. This right now only has about half full, so the pack itself, like I said, very comfortable. I've enjoyed it so far. Even if I don't fasten the belt straps. I've had a couple of hikes I've gone to, I just forgot to put them on. Didn't matter. I do not like the whistle. It's pretty bad. Yeah, it epically fails, but I do carry another whistle. And yeah, I got enough room in here to add a wool blanket if I needed. More clothes if I needed. I mean, I got these cinched all the way down and still a ton of room. Definitely thinking about going to a little bit smaller, maybe a 40 or 30 liter. My day pack is a 20 liter, but heck, it doesn't need to carry much of anything at all. But that's it. That's pretty much my normal gear loadout. If I'm going on a short hike, I can probably fill the rest of this with beer, a bottle of whiskey, stuff like that. But overall, this is it, and it's not bad. It's light. It's not ultra light. I mean, if I want to go ultra light, I can go ultra light. I can just cut a few items out of here and drop me right under 10 pounds. Not with this pack, with my other one. I use my 20 liter for that. But thank you everybody for watching, and Skull. Been very tempted to clip this on my pack many times.